Star Studded roster like. And does Kaisa fit into that as well?
So Draven is just amazing smashing a lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You got Tarek picked. So Draven is just godly at punishing a lane when you get ahead. And when Son of Tarek's goal is, I just want to not die,
right.
Draven is the guy to just walk up past the minion wave and constantly throw at you.
Yeah, but Adrenaline Rush, it's great. Refresh on catch to dodge to dazzle. It works out.
And like the build is good. Bloodthirster lets you just stay harassing them even further. You can really start building those stacks easily so you cash in even more gold because you want to snowball against it, which is why Draven is great. With his passive, what would have been a first blood that nets you a longsword could net you a pickaxe.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. It banned out. They do get the Sona Tarek. Is
All
that
it.
what they wanted to play again?
There you go.
And Karma actually locked on the other side. Another Karma game. So Karma Olaf really getting a lot of love coming in to this week on 9.11. 23 seconds here for the final, or I should say first ban and final phase of bans for GGS.
That's a good ban with the Sivir. We just saw the nastiness of that composition, and with Irelia and Ryze together, it would have been even more disgusting. The Hecarim, totally standard. That's what C9 actually ran in their game against TSM, I believe, where they played Sona Tarek with Hecarim and was wildly successful. Considered to be one of the best combinations with Sona Tarek.
Wild Stallions running around. Ezreal and Sivir and Draven. How's it feel, Definitely? What are you going to get here? Could actually, I like Varus in this composition, locking it down. We'll see what they have.
Ugh, Viban? Why?
Why? Oh my word!
That was my German impression. Yeah, I don't get that ban. I don't think she's actually that good right now. And when you're playing Sona Tarek, like, why do you want somebody that does a lot of damage quickly? Vi has been kind of changed to be more of a hard engaging. You waste a lot of time with your shield engaging. If you were to be invulnerable during that instance, it's not necessary. So
I wonder if Cosmic Radiance is the dankest timeline for Vault or like a Vault Breaker. If Cosmic Radiance is going off and you get it as soon as you come down with the punch.
But where's the damage?
Yeah, you're right. It just looks cool, man.
It does.
Cool factor over damage factor. This is why I lose my games, okay?
But you look damn good doing it.
Yeah, that's why I scream it. Varus does get locked in by Deathly. He's going to be able to stay long range, and they have a lot of crowd control once they get into the fight phase here with this. How about a little more? Put the Queen of the Xerxai in there.
This is a great comp for Golden Guardians. This is really strong gank potential everywhere, great jungler, really easy to snowball. You got flex picks all over the place, healing reduction, engage, Baron potential. This is so well done.
Well, I should give it to him.
Yeah, you know what? Call it here.
I got a coin. Ooh, you said it. It's got to be learned by the team if the top laner plays it. Camille's also there, and I would even say a bit more risky. You're in the fight once you're in the fight with Camille, but you can dominate a lane. You can dominate the game with someone like her. Same thing with Darshan and Aurelia, but also seeing Darshan back on some of these carry champions that you used to bop lanes with and not just kind of split push as a tank.
He used to, but we haven't seen him that much on the newer Aurelia. I think he probably has a lot more games on the old school Aurelia that was just as cool. And I want to see how he lanes against this Camille because top lane is so snowbally right now. One good gank, minion wave gets frozen for half a wave, and suddenly you're level down, 20 CS down, annihilate him, then you get dove, story's over, the guy's teleporting bottom lane. So when you got Jarvan in the rec site, that is a place to go. There's going to be a lot of action in the top side of the map because Son of Taric, you can just leave that to your own devices. Karma and Varus will handle that A-okay.
Oh, yeah. So much fun in that lane. I love the speed up, the slow from Halaveros, the speed up from the shield. A lot can be done with the Karma and the Varus. But safe play from probably Keith and Diamond here. Two very veteran players. They know what they're doing.
The healing reduction, too. Don't forget about that one. That's a big one for Varus.
Yeah. That's true. On the Hail of Arrows, you're definitely getting the healing reduction right away. Doesn't have to be an instant Executioner's Calling, as we actually saw being thrown into the mix last game. For an 80k, I believe it was Tacticals? Yes. About that on the Sivir. Jukes playing lane, like we said, we saw him on the Riven. He's going to be on the Camille this game. Still getting a little situated here in the C9 Academy house. We'll see how much more comfortable he's feeling this week.
So he's not going Conqueror, he's going Grasp, which is fine because you already have true damage as Camille. So you're okay with that. Gets you a little bit more sustain in a lane that can be dangerous.
I like this. Karma does so much damage early. You hit a good solar flare and it is hurting.
It could probably be almost
It's going to be the first 2 bars of Sona's health for sure if they show. Oh, nice job. Dang it. Do it. I want to be right. That's another thing that a lot of people don't consider is the AoE on that Q gets so harassy. So in a like a lane where you play Guardian or you want to be on your support, it's just, oh, this AoE crap damage you're taking. It sucks. So now Blue going over to his Krug life, or sorry, Red rather, not Blue at all. Krug life here. Blabber as well, very fast, buff to buff, looking for a gank maybe.
Yeah, that's all about the Jarvan game. He's going to try to do these 2 camps. It's a nice little combination there to do that. But it's still not going to hit him level 3. That's the new jungle change. You don't hit 3 from 3 camps, unless you include Krug.
Flawless duet farming, very nicely done. Darshan seems to have the distance on that set. It's a little wonky to use the first time you play it. You see everybody do like these 2,000 range flawless duets, stunning 9 people. You put it out, you're like, wait, that was like an inch long and didn't hit anybody. So
yeah, that's
she definitely takes a bit.
That's why I don't play those champions. It's kind of sad because then I look at it, I'm like, okay, what's a new champion? Okay, I don't play that.
Well, you have resets or charges? Nah, no way.
What do I remember? Oh, yes, Dr. Mundo. Very easy.
I get more MR when you have damage from MR. That's great. Hard, hanging out top side, seeing if he'll prey on the tendency of an aggressive Jukes here. Stunned up, 1 charge in. Darshan gets some good damage. Adaptive shield to that armor. And it looks like he will go down for first blood. Flash held. Teleport held, so he'll be able to get back lane, flash forward. Oh, there's a Jarvan in the bot side. They did want the fast gank. He finished up his wolf camp. Blabber comes back for it, and the sustain is there, but the damage is also in from Definitely and Huhi.
Wait, Huhi's dead.
You get a bit of a poke comp here, but Huhi definitely not playing this one right. The red buff is there for Blabber. They get a flash over the wall from Keith, and that's going to be a kill picked up for the jungler. Support assists for Keith and Diamond.
Where's the question mark ping?
Very. I think they're there, but we've emoted them out.
Yeah, what was that? Okay, well, let's take a look at the gank in the top lane. This is really nice. Jukes has a level advantage, but he's playing it safe. And then I like that Hard does not wait for the minion wave here. He immediately goes because the opportunity was available. So he takes that kill there. And this was a nice attempt. I thought that Blabber was going to try to maybe flash combo this because you could see the little timer on the knockup. That might have been able to be enough to take down Ruhi. But this is just...
If you're mid lane, being pushed in.
This is a no-no. Like, what are you doing? Well, he's new to the role, so...
Then you should know to never enter the river alone that early. That's like the fundamental of support. Don't cross it alone.
Realistically, that's beyond that's got. You would make that mistake in any role. It's a non-exclusive.
True. I like that.
Role.
I like that. You think you have the upper hand, and Blabber called his bluff. Sometimes you play those cards and they get called. So he Flash Ignite down there. Summoners for bot lane are going to be not aggressive, but Keith and Diamond can be a little bit more harassy with getting in there and sustaining against no kill pressure, really. Still have to be careful because they could die. It's not as easy. 7.9 to 7.7, things pretty even on the CS. Top lane, 41 to 22.
Yeah,
as Jukes was also ganked out.
It's about to crash, so he would have 6 more minions, but he's still like 7 minions ahead, so Jukes is crushing this lane.
Yeah, he's doing a very nice job. Darshan's at that 75% mark of the lane. Very easy to farm here. You also have Turret just behind you, but Jukes doing a nice job of keeping the harass on and making sure Darshan has to get these marks on the minions so they can farm under the turret. Great damage. Tactical sweep goes in. Flawless duet just misses. Oh, they get the hook shot. He waits it. Jukes, what a nice wait on that to make sure he had Darshan after flash.
Oh, and Darshan is just going to be face palming after that. When there was a ward, you knew he was there, and you still dashed in. He didn't think they were going to be able to take him out. Full disrespect, 100%. Look at that. There's a ward. A ward. You see him. Oh, my goodness. For 15 gold.
So he gets the flawless duet right after the play. I think he wanted to taunt the turret dive. He thought he would get somebody under turret. He kind of baited out the dive and ended up baiting himself. Trying to make the play. Can't hate him for it, but the error was made.
I still think in a situation like that, when you've got the guy on a ward, the play is try to just mess with him.
Yeah, like, yeah, waste his time.
Like, you want him to kind of cancel the bases as much as possible so that your jungler can then go inside the opposing team's jungle, get some vision, get some counter jungling down, and then you have a full roadmap for the jungle for the next 5 minutes.
True.
But
feels good.
Now,
it kind of doesn't matter that they knew Blabber was up there. He got everything he needed. A little scuffle. Who's got it?
Hard has his ultimate up.
Conqueror's proccing. Blabber doesn't want any of that damage. Nicely done. Blabber hadn't gotten too many hits on other than the Scuttle Crab. Old Palafox with a flash out, but the perfect execution still there. Misses the 5 dagger strike for doing enough damage. He wasn't charged up all the way. If he had the energy, I think that would have been a kill.
Yeah, only about 100 HP left on Palafox, so Golden Glue asserting the dominance in the mid lane, and let's see if Hard can do something about that because Shroud is back up. Do it.
Just jawsing in.
Look at Aurelia. Aurelia's collapsing. Golden Glue does.
I don't think Aurelia's collapsing anymore. It's going to be Camille collapsing. Hard have to a little worry about this if he doesn't get the information. It's a nice push into the turret, which kind of keeps Jukes there. He cannot lose these minions. Darshan goes aggressive to make sure he loses more. Oh, the challenge comes in. Jukes is playing this perfectly to his name, but he is going to be losing the minions here. The grab from Darshan is back up to 58 CS, and the back and forth goes in the top laner of Darshan's favor.
Jukes almost had one of the sickest outplays in the top lane of all time, though. Whew, just barely walking away with his own life, and he is lucky that Hard did not make it there on time because one Prey Seeker might have done him in.
No teleport back to lane for him, so that starts to put a discrepancy in the CS in favor of Darshan. Had a bit tough of a lane to start, but he is right back into it. Ninja Tabis are going to be good. Also, Jukes finding Tiamat first. Good buy, but that's going to push his lane out. Darshan's going to have a nice time as the wave always going to be coming towards him now during that farming.
Once that purchase happens, you know what the laning phase is going to look like. There's no way to avoid pushing, so Darshan is going to be fighting for minion wave control back and forth. He has to use spells and Qs, whereas Jukes just has to auto.
Bot side's getting a bit of that vision pressure now. We do see Mountain Drake going over the favor of Golden Guardians. Blabber has been omnipresent, seriously everywhere on the map here, and the pressure he creates is spot on. That time, giving the kill over to Golden Glue. Everything he's doing is fantastic. 100% kill participation.
Perfect gank. You know that the guy has no flash. Use the Jarvan Cataclysm to lock him down and snowball the solo laners. You've got a Jarvan composition with Sona Taric. It's all about the solo laners.
He's been to each lane and he's made an impact in each lane.
True.
Feels so good. He is loving his life right now. Blabber banned out in a few junglers as well. Looking at that Olaf, at that Sejuani. Goes with the Jarvan, making an impact like nothing ever happened in Champion Select. Bot lane is 1649, so about 67 to 72 in CS there, so not too shabby as they keep things all considered. Whoop. Should be too bad. Scuttle grabbed up. There's Chain of Corruptions out. I don't think there's kill damage here, but definitely lane pressure damage as they want a little bit more. Nice try by Deftly to finalize that kill.
So Diamond still had his heal, so I think that definitely does not commit further, but you can see the power of this lane. At level 6, with the Varus ultimate, they're able to really bring a lot of pain to the lane.
This will be good. So Keith's second up his tier. Palafox now gets blue to stack his. A lost chapter on him as well to keep the mana nice and buffed. We'll see the junglers reaching back into that jungle camp. Blabber down to the bot side. He has Krugs, or he has Gromp. Looks like it'll clear him just to go back to the other side as Raptor should be coming up soon. And if they get vision on him, they actually won't care about vision. They may just start Rift Herald. Hard's going to try to get this one as he skirted around the shrine, getting in there with a tunnel. Watch out.
Do it.
Palafox, don't
bottom.
come. Yeah, he said Palafox, do not come up here. I like that.
Oh,
like
right.
That.
He's like, hey, it's a sneak. It's a sneak.
Yeah.
Because what that actually does is Jarvan is also deterred from going bottom because he doesn't know what Hard is doing on the map. There's no sight of him. And now he knows, okay, we can dive bottom. This is going to be easy. And there it is.
Oh, he don't do it again. Whew.
Close.
They like that. It's like, you know he's there. You don't need to tempt the vision. It's 3v1. But we always have that little voice in the back of our head saying, you can do damage. Yeah. You can do more damage.
You should let him know you don't want him in this lane.
Save that ward. So here comes the Cosmic Radiance. Damage goes down into Huhi. Nice flash out of the Crescendo. They actually have great movement on the turret. This looks bad for Cloud9. Why didn't he go back under? Definitely stayed out the whole time when he could have gotten that pressure back under the turret. It's all right, though. No kills go down. Palafox looks to clean up here as janitorial duty. A good flash over the wall just outside of Rune Prison range. And an in and an out by Cloud9 where they should have lost one. Jukes has gone down on the top, though.
They walk away with just a kill, but in the top lane, Darshan and Hard have just taken down Jukes, whose teleport is available, but with a Rift Herald.
Oh, no!
That lane? Oof.
Womp womp.
Okay. They do get a tier 2 top.
That's true. Back to the action. In the blink of an eye.
There's a lot of action here.
Cross map.
Secure it? No, I think he'll back off.
Not enough to come out of that one, but explosive on the bot side and really triggered out as they lost their vision. Instantly collapsed down on as they had Cosmic Radiance. We'll see this top lane gank one more time. After Rift Herald came in, Jukes wanted to stay.
Very nice out of him, though, to dodge the knockup with his own ultimate, keeping the Rek'Sai in there, but it's just a very difficult dive. Rek'Sai is amazing at juggling tower aggro now, and then we see this play now. Blabber gets a nice ultimate, but Keith, complete field goal. It's like he was aiming in the space between them.
Oh, definitely wanted Keith, but he has flash. He could have gone back under the turret with Huhi. That was completely savable.
And Palafox, he doesn't even get a single member here. This is a sad one, too. Oh, look at that. Keith almost taking down Huhi, but they bought so much time that Cloud9 actually got 2 kills out of that.
That's crazy. As we looked back at that, there's a little sliver of shadow that's over by the left where Blabber actually flashed into for the reason why he could be Rune Prison. Yeah. That was insane. There was like a sliver of shadow. It's right there on your map. You almost can't even see it between the two. Crazy. I love it. I love it. Can't see it in the observer view since we have everything. I'm telling people to look at something they can't see. 13 minutes on the clock. Mountain Drake's going to be picked up here. Great job. Traded 1-for-1. Now C9 gets one, as well as Golden Guardians. And the action on the map proved well and useful for Golden Glue. Blabber as well as having the time of his life. And Keith and Diamond at 0-0-2. Feeling great as that support bot lane. Perfect scores.
Yeah, it's exactly what you wanted out of your Sona Taric lane. Don't int. And that's what happened. They walked away out of laning phase just fine. It really has just been Jukes suffering some damage through the ganks that Hard and Darshan have come up in the top lane, which is expected because that's what you want to do when you're up against a bruiser versus bruiser matchup. And here's Huhi getting caught once again.
Oh! I know who that is. Huhi? That's who it is. He goes down. 2K gold in favor of GGS, though, as C9 starts to pick up a bit more. The map control will be low. Oh, faked himself right out with that one.
Ooh. I actually don't think Keith would have even connected that.
We're gonna weigh on the err on the side of better safe than sorry there.
Oh yeah, I think it's fine for Deathly, but this is 0 for 2 for Sona Ultimates.
I don't know how the other one missed. That's unfortunate. You almost like give better credit to the Dodgers on that one. You're like, unfortunate for Sona. But they do have to hit, if it's going to be the crescendo of your champion, the highlight, you got to start hitting that ability.
Yeah, but it's so easy to just blame it on the fact that it's an AD carry playing a new role.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. Give the Toucan a little bit of room. Don't put him in a cage just yet.
Did you know that the Toucan beak is actually soft?
Yeah.
And
I didn't, but I want to say, yeah, really convincing.
It's see-through as well.
Is it?
Yeah, you can put it against the light and you can see veins in it. It's made out of the same material that your fingernails is. I think it's keratin?
That's weird.
Yeah, it's soft.
Nope.
Right?
Now every time I bite my fingernails,
I'm not saying it's soft.
That's
like,
the best way to not bite your fingernails. I'm done biting my fingernails. I'm thinking Toucan.
You're killing toucans every time.
It's like when the bell rings and Angel gets its wings. Every time you bite your nails, a Toucan loses its feet.
Oh, no.
See? This makes people stop biting their nails. See what happens. We'll take a poll in 5 years. Just over 15 minutes. Not too many plates taken on either side, really, to escalate this. They did get a good Rift Herald out, which was able to help. Whoa, Palafox getting help from the team here. Power and numbers pretty much saves his life there as Golden Glue was going to get that execution down. Darshan with a flank over from the mid. You see what having these second-tier turrets down does. Allows you to just walk through the short part of the jungle, which should be Cloud9's. But that's owned by Golden Guardians right now.
Great rotato out of them. When Sona, Tarek were taking down the bottom tier one, they take the mid tier one, which is an infinitely better tower at any stage of the game that you can trade for. So this is a good move for Golden Guardians, who's now up about 2,000 gold.
It's funny to see Keith in the side lane just pushing. You're like, what is this support doing? Never mind. It's 2019 in League of Legends. That was something I was thinking about the other day when I was watching the, I think it was the CLG Optic game, when they funneled versus Sonateric. I'm like, it is so awesome that these compositions, this variety and scope of play is something that works in League today. Like, I absolutely love it.
How do you even come up with these new strategies too, by the way? Because
yeah,
a lot of them
you got to be a team that takes
other
the 50/50s.
servers. Not only that, but a lot of these teams come from scouts. They have scouts in all regions, all elos, all servers. You gotta see what's cooking.
Yeah.
Because Nico Top, when it was AD, you know, she didn't start from the best region playing her. There was some dude in bronze out there that was like, oh, this is my jam. And then suddenly he's crushing and like, oh, why is no one else doing it?
Like, where did this percentage of Nico win rate come from? Like Seraph's Embrace almost finished up for Sona. Getting good charges on, usually around 20 for that. Some good items coming in for Diamond as he starts to tank up. Pretty much level 1 boots all around though. Been a slow game, slow kill game actually. Most of the money onto Golden Glue right now, along with Blabber, who is looking to make another initiation. Skirmish for Saber Warrior for him, and he is on to Deathly. No flash there. There's the crescendo that locks him down, and they're able to get the kill on that one. Sounded great. Looked great. Here comes Darshan in the middle of the fight, throws down his ultimate to disengage, but it looks like they want a little bit more as Hard gets Conqueror damage down onto Keith. He takes him out. Toucan ripped apart, and Blabber's going to be the next one in the eyes of Team GGS. There's the damage from Darshan. He's had a great lane and now starts to pick up a bit of that benefit around the map as he's able to add the pressure elsewhere.
That was a really nice fight from both teams.
Yeah.
I like what Blabber was doing there, going for the engage, once again punishing the target that doesn't have flash, and then the counter engage from Golden Guardians, making sure that they punish the Sona right away. So let's see how this all went down. So, yep, they locked down Deathly, but they commit 1, 2, 3 ultimates, by the way. Look at how much damage the Tarek ultimate mitigates.
Yep.
Did you do the math? It's 0. It didn't do anything. And then Hard goes in, takes down Keith. Really nice timing. Uses a good ultimate there, but unfortunately, still locked down, still dead. But the rest of the team has already done the work. And for Cloud9, they're going to have to figure out how to use these ultimates a little bit better, because you need to use the Taric ultimate in a more optimal fashion when you're actually fighting, not when you're retreating.
Imagine if the reception of the rest of the members of GGS was the crescendo, right?
Yeah.
Even if the Cosmic Radiance was used for the half dive. You're right, all three was a bit much.
Right, I think what you said makes even more sense, which is don't even use the crescendo.
He's in Cataclysm.
Right?
You're known as banging
getting
right now.
Stunned
He's hitting hard.
by the Taric already.
Yep. And then a full man wipe after that. Easier said than done, and not what happened. We'll see if they can do it again next time. It's not one of those conditional things we're talking about. Actually pretty easy to hit those. It's just about the right members. We've seen a few times today that the fight's happening on different fronts, so single ultimates are being used that should be on more priority targets. Just a few things fizzling out or getting a kill where they should be used elsewhere. Coming up on 20, it looks like C9A is feeling pretty good about themselves, though. Keep mentioning Blabber and Golden Glue. We're looking for everybody else to come online, but really, they're there to support Blabber and Golden Glue now that they've moved out of the laning phase.
And they should feel great, because they have Selena Taric that gets greater and greater as the game progresses. And nothing will happen between Darshan and Jukes, even though support is ready to go on both fronts.
You still got to give the credit to GGS here. Down in kills, ahead in gold because they're working the map. Able to get around this C9 Academy squad that they know is actually very good at fighting. You have the Sonaterra comp, that's what they want to do. So if you can have Aurelia avoid that, I said, no, damn it. Making me a liar. Darshan goes down, but if you can have Aurelia avoid that, it looks fantastic.
Let's make sure he does that next time.
It doesn't really bring up too much gold or allow C9 to do too much. About kind of a vision grab for them as the map wasn't opened up enough to do anything off of one lost member of GGS. Or do I lie? Do I lie?
This is that 60-40.
This is the 60-40. What a great fight for C9 to try and take and force Golden Guardians into. Teleport's not up for Darshan. The Realm Warp in is just going to be the taunt, but it's not going to do anything. C9 calls the bluff. Hard has to be able to get in there onto Huhi immediately, and he is obviously going to go down. Now it becomes the 70-30. Do they want to take the fight still? The smite is there, a level 12 to a level 11, if you can speak English correctly, and that's a bigger smite than Blabber's, but now they're onto Hard, making sure he can't get in, but now they're losing damage onto Baron. Definitely there to fire in shots. Great hit from Palafox onto Blabber, but does the jungler want to get back in? Hard is the only one that can in here, and he goes in first. Jukes could go down, and there's Hard falling. No jungler, but look at the fight. GGS has stopped Baron. Darshan once in with the missed ult, but was that enough to turn it back into Cloud9's favor? It is looking like such a nice edge here. It's going to tip in the favor of Cloud9. The crescendo finally hits. Darshan gets hit up, almost turning the fight back in his favor. What a back and forth as both teams tiptoe around what would have been the full game swing, and C9 walks away smiling.
That was an unbelievably immaculate play by Cloud9. Forcing the 5v4, turning every single time just so effortlessly. Like you said, the Realm Warp was the bait, it's all good, but then they have to start looking at Hard. Do they want to take a Baron steal? They ignore him, immediately delete Huhi,
More
even
shot.
committing the Camille ultimate out of it.
Cosmic.
And then you've got Golden Glue, zoning out Hard. It's got Jukes as well. In the meantime, in the pit, the fight is happening, and then they continue to kite back. Still not sure whether they're going to go in on the Baron or not. A nice Zanya's out of Hard, but then you're going to keep your eyes on Keith here. He's still balancing his mana, trying to make sure that he has just enough. Darshan is having his ultimate flashed away, and watch what the Toucan does here.
That's actually such a good cue. Knowing that he was conserving that mana, that's such a good call, Crumbs, and it really made the impact of the fight.
When it's a matter of heals, damage, or ult, almost always the call is to go with the ult, and now Cloud9 gets to return to that play. That, what they just did right there, 70% LCS teams can't do.
On to the Cataclysm. They want the fight right after, too. This could have been a back, but they decide to go forward. Cosmic Radiance defies a lot of damage on that one. Blabber does stay alive, but it's huge. Darshan is coming into the fight. Now they have Keith. He was just on the wrong side of the wall. In goes Palafox, but he can't get the Rune Prison down as it's on cooldown. But the rest of the team's coming through. A very fast Hard coming in with Huhi's shield, and they cannot get the Karma boost onto that. Only one shield, unfortunately, and there's no follow-up catch, but they are gaining ground on GGS.
Let me take that back. LCS teams do this all the time. They take Baron.
Oh, no.
right away.
No! It happens, it does, and we just saw it happen again here at Academy. 7-13 when your back's against the walls, when you have to punch the hardest. And GGS was able to find a few good swings from the corner on that one, and now C9 is down middle inhibitor.
And they're going to be down another dragon as well that's about to spawn. The blue buff is going to belong to Golden Guardians, and they are so happy that they just lost the Baron fight, the Baron itself, and were able to just walk away with an inhibitor? Yes, please.
When being down puts you up. Another Mountain Drake here for GGS. And C9 has to consider the strength this team can bring to the table, Baron up or not. You may have a 6-0-1 Akali, but if Golden Blue's getting zeroed out or you can't find his priority targets, that's basically like having nobody in the mid lane. They're gonna get a great push here in mid. Obviously, they're answering back after that retort from GGS. And Cloud9 makes up a bit of ground in mid.
They're not going to be able to push further here. They don't have an AD carry to siege, and against super minions, Baron is just not going to be enough. So they walk away with the gold they could have gotten. And it looks like we got another fight going.
Flash in from hard. Darshan doesn't seem like he wanted that just as much. A great ultimate from Darshan, but is there follow-up? He's on to Keith immediately. Flawless duet hits, and the crescendo goes out the backside, not hitting enough priority targets. Cloud9 looking beautifully healthy with the Cosmic Radiance on, and now they can turn on to Palafox. But they have to wonder how close they can get. They don't have too much range here. Now they have lost Keith. Everything's melee, and they have to reconsider the fight.
It's really difficult for Golden Guardians to take that fight because of the minions. With Baron minions, that Ryze is not doing any damage. The Karma can't connect her spells. And then you've got Deathly that's just hammering away, but really far back because he's getting pushed away. So the location for that fight was not optimal for Golden Guardians, but they do stall out the fights a little bit longer.
And the Baron. Greatly done. We'll see it one more time. A little mismatch here, but Darshan gets that clump, and he is in for the win after that.
It's odd to see that hard engages onto Blabber out of all targets, but
good eye.
It does work out in the end that Darshan is able to take down Keith with the solo crescendo, and then the Cosmic Radiance is enough. But look at what Ryze has to constantly do. Repositioning himself to make sure that the minions are not in the way. It's something that you always have to consider, because when you play Ryze, you're thinking, well, why is it that some fights he's amazing and other ones he's not? Well, it's skill shots. You have to position yourself, and they do get blocked by minions, by other people.
And you got Baron minions who are a little bit bigger. It's annoying. You know minions always want to walk at you when you call for help at hitting a champion, so it definitely makes Ryze's job very hard getting in and out of a situation. Greatly done by Darshan. Flexes a bit of that strength on the side of C9 and denies it. Cataclysm's in, but they are actually focusing a lot on Darshan, which I believe could be the incorrect choice here. Definitely a beautiful piercing arrow. Gets the kill onto Jukes. Now they want the fight. Again, Cosmic Radiance not denying too much damage, and that's the follow-up. Blast Bone's down, and Ryze is pushing in the bot lane. This is the stop the backs game. They play yo-yo with Cloud9, not taking the fight, and not fully engaging it or losing members. Pushing C9 down mid lane. Looks like they have to go for the full run. Great Karma boosted shield to get the team better in distance. Again, stopping the backs. Ryze taking a turret, not the fastest turret taker, so you realize how much time he's had in that bot lane. And this was against a Baron up C9 that you have GGS pushing back on. Golden Glue goes in hard. The Flag and Drag is down for the crowd control from Blabber as they get back into this fight. So Hard can get in, try to get a stop up on Diamond. Remember, Cosmic Radiance is down. Dazzle comes back. They might be biting off more than they can chew, but they have a safe inhibitor turret that they've destroyed to retreat on. And mid is down, and GGS is finding the momentum. Blabber with a missed Flag and Drag once again, and it looks like Kuki could get himself dead. They do not want to try to save this one, and it looks like Deathly did try to save it.
It's so scrappy, but they still get the inhibitor in the bottom, and now Golden Guardians Academy have 2 inhibitors down for Cloud9. That was just a wild fight. I think that people are just so bloodthirsty in this game. You even saw Huhi flashing forward on a max range tether on somebody that's faster than him. Ambitious, but I respect it.
They have a lot of initiation on C9 for GGS to feel this comfortable moving in. You get hook shot, you get Flag and Drag, you get slowed by Sona, you get dazzled up, and they are just kind of walking freely throughout the base. And I think it's what they kind of need to walk around with, that kind of prowess and agency, and let C9 know they're serious.
And they need to do so. And speaking of being serious, I don't think Golden Glue is going to be very happy if they lose this game as
still
undead Akali. So this is Palafox thinking, okay, maybe I could collapse and try to get an advantage here, but Cloud9 does a good job of turning onto the Ryze. And then look at what Darshan does. He gets a really nice 4-man stun. Unbelievable. But they're focusing Diamond, who's really tanky, only gets taken out by Deathly. And then still, the fight continues. They're trying to turn. There's just no stopping for Golden Guardian. It continues over and over and over. Keith finds another ultimate onto Deathly, who wanted to have more of that fight.
Yeah. That's the I think I can. I think I can save you. Ooh, I thought I could save you. Goes down. Usually it's the support helping the AD, not the AD helping the support there. Baron is going to be up on the map. Rift Herald, I keep saying that. Drake up in 10 seconds, but they say that's not what we want. They nicely realm warp up. It's a slow clear here, but they don't know Baron is being done yet. No way! They don't know it's being done! He needed to walk up at least 500 more range, and that sweeper would have seen everybody in the pit on the right side.
Keith had one. Keith had a blue drink.
Diamond was sweeping. Oh my word. Scryers needs to be used this late in the game, especially after 20 minutes. You gotta have vision on that Baron at all times. Wards move towards the top of the map, or at least towards the top half of mid. C9 is going to push back down, knowing that Baron is gonna be tough. They want to get their minions in a good position. If they lose any fights, they have a bit of time to recoup, kind of put a pause button on that game.
So C9 is trying to force this, but let's see if Art is going to be trying to stop some ports here, because they are marching down mid lane with this. I think they're going to be splitting up into 2 lanes here with Palafox topside and Irelia. Oh, wait a minute. What is Darshan doing? He's clearing a ward and then going back to top lane. Okay.
Yeah, he's in there. Teleport's up for him. Teleport for Palafox. Teleport for Deathly. If they even do have a hitch in their strategy, they can get right back onto the Rift and continue the pressure. It's about getting the waves into position now, and you can see not a lot of those are ready. They're waiting for Darshan to get this up on the side wave, looking for a pick fight in the meantime.
All right, let's see what C9's got cooked up here. They've got 3 teleports. They can get really creative with the engages, but I think they just want to go front to back, keep it super simple, make sure that you get the maximum value out of that Cosmic Radiance, and they have to take down Deathly. His DPS right now is nutty with Blade of the Ruined King, Rage Blade, and the Wit's End. He's big. Just so much damage.
Yeah, we saw him pop them as jukes as he tried to dive in. He's on the back. A lethal tempo kick in as he started attacking there. Hail of Blades comes out, or sorry, Hail of Arrows comes out so he can keep himself safe on the backside. A great initiation. Cosmic Radiance is down as they got their eyes on Darshan. Bahard is very low, but he gets back in for a pop-up initiation. That's putting 2 very low members in the front though. And here comes the unkilled Golden Glue into the middle of the fight, picking himself up another one as he gets stronger and stronger on the assassin this game. Huhi in the eyes of Golden Glue to be the next. Flash is down for Deathly as they don't have much potential or ability to stay there for the fight. That doesn't spell good things when GGS feels like they're ahead and they can't get into the base on the last inhibitor.
Yeah,
Cloud9 defending.
C9 just saved the game here.
Yes.
They almost lost. So the engage happens. Blabber does not use the knockup, instead commits right away. You've got the Sona ultimate that's about to be used with the Cosmic Radiance. Who does he go on? There it is. It actually whiffs everything. Again, that's Keith missing the ultimate, and they still destroy this fight. You can really start to see the power of the Sonateric as the game progresses, and it's only going to get tougher for Golden Guardians now that Deathly does not have his flash.
Getting a few more abilities on the side of C9 too to keep themselves alive, to keep themselves tricky. Seraph's Embrace, Zanya's, Morello is now finished up as well to start cutting down on that healing that Darshan has, and the rest of the team as they get into fights. The boost, the Mantra Shield, the Flag and Dragon. They want Darshan. If they can take down the Guardian Angel, the fight becomes much easier as a result. It doesn't look like they get him right away, and they almost get him down to half. There's the Sterix Gauge Rage coming off. Do they want back into the fight, though? They have to stop doing everything in retreat and do a little bit in offense. Flawless Duet goes down, but he only gets 2 charges out of it, and he goes down. They want the focus. Oh, they have time to get onto Deathly, and he goes down immediately. It's just too much health, too much sustain. The Taric Sona comp is online, and Golden Glue is gigantic.
Are we watching normal Cloud9? They just win one fight out of nowhere, and the game's over. They've won one team fight.
That's disgusting.
And that's all she wrote.
It's when it gets to this point, backs against the wall, I was saying it's GGS that found a few punches, but it's the haymaker from Cloud9. 9-0-8 on Golden Glue. Managed to not die throughout the game. The 700 gold bounty to end it. So he's going home with a chunk of change in his pocket. And what a game from C9 Academy to pull out the win.
A minute ago, Golden Guardians was in the check.
What is this?
Mate position. Just add a little bit more.
Whew.
Sonateric, they've find the fight with the Jarvan. Blabber was amazing this game. He really set up so much.
We talk about how a lot of these teams who really have a strong upper squad or even the strong academy squad that's played for many years, has a strong mental, understands the situation of a game, and when the fights are 50-50, 70-30, even though they don't take them, I think that was a lot of C9 mentality to pull through that and not think, well, this is it, this is it.
That Baron fight that they did, that was crazy.
That was an awesome dance.
That was
We're gonna
really good, actually. That was a very impressive League of Legends display as a team. Just the call, the turns, the decisiveness of, all right, go back in, go back to the Baron, back and forth, back and forth.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a good scrappy game. So 21 minutes in, C9, 4-for-1 at Baron here, where GGS were maintaining the lead, but C9 was like, maybe not right now.
This is the one we were just talking about. Baron started from Cloud9 after having a one-man advantage, and then they continue to juggle, dealing damage to the Baron, and then turning / zoning the Rek'Sai. So Jukes and Golden Glue, the solo laners, going after the jungler, while simultaneously they try to turn onto the Ryze and the Varus. And they don't die throughout any of this because of the power of healing of Taric and Sona that allows them to pull this off. So they definitely have practiced this composition and have noticed that they can do a lot with the Baron dances. That was a visual bug, by the way. Akali was in a shroud there. Right. That's why she was not being hit. And then Keith with the godly flash crescendo to really put the icing on the cake here.
That one had me biting my nails. And we see Colin back as well as we get right through these. An awesome game of fights where we play the final one. And knowing, like you said, how C9 plays, it can sometimes only take one fight to make the game change, and this was the one.
Yeah. He basically engaged onto Irelia, goes on her, then the Taric flashed into the Karma, but a really beautiful flash crescendo out of Keith that stunned the carries, allows Golden Glue to buy so much time in the backline, and definitely just does not stand a chance. When you've been locked down so much, you're not dealing damage when you're in the Zhonya's. You let everybody else DPS, and a 4 or 5-for-1 clean ace against Baron, just like that. It's like, you know what, let's win.
It's got to be pretty crazy to like have that moment creep up on you where like, we're winning. You're not thinking, oh, we can kind of take a reckless fight because if we lose it, it won't be our nexus. But what was your nexus?
Yeah.
That is insane. And you're like, oh, we needed to really consider that 24 minutes.
Because you never know what the death timers are actually going to be. Sometimes you're like, oh, it's going to be 20 seconds, we're fine. And then suddenly you're like, oh, the game state has progressed a lot. That's a lot longer than I expected.
Yep. All right, to hear more on that victory, I'd like to welcome Golden Glue to the broadcast via Skype. A very familiar face. What's up, man? Congrats.
Hey, guys. What's up, man? Good to see you.
All right.
Good to see you indeed as well. I have to ask you, it was looking a bit grim for a while. Was there a concern that you were going to lose this one without dying?
Yeah, I mean, that game almost gave me a heart attack. Like, that, it was so back and forth. At some point, I was like, oh, this is like this. We got this in the bag. And then, like, randomly, we lost our inhibitors, lost Baron. I'm like, oh, shit, wait, we can actually lose this game. It was definitely a nail biter. That's for sure.
That Baron call, the one that you guys made and danced back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Have you guys practiced that? Because that's actually a really difficult thing to pull off back and forth. Like, is it because you have Sona Taric or what's going on in that situation?
I definitely think Sona Taric helps doing those Baron dances because you can kind of sustain through the Baron damage. And we're also like pretty good about just 50-50ing Baron. That's kind of like one of our best plays, you know, with Blabber. So it's kind of just, you know, we have good turning abilities and good healing abilities. So we kind of just like play it in the moment. And if someone overextends, like trying to contest the Baron, we can punish them and win the game. It was actually probably our cleanest aspect of the game was I got some goons in the background. That's probably our cleanest portion of the game was the Baron dances.
Yeah, I was actually I have a few questions for you. Jukes there, we just saw on screen. How's it been playing with Jukes in the top lane? How's he settling in?
It's really good playing with Jukes. He's like he's a really charismatic person. He's fun to be around, and he takes like a lot of responsibility too. So it's been nice to play with him.
Now, are you ready to depart Cloud9 Academy and join me as we take Dignitas into the LCS back by Star?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, we got it just got a message Cruiser the Bruiser, get Kiwi and Cutie back in.
D1.
Yeah, actually, Chromes was the person who messaged me and asked me if I wanted to come play LCS from the very beginning, like way back on Dignitas.
There you
go.
We got to bring it back.
There you go. Throughout that game, it was actually looking quite tough. Was it kind of just Sona Taric needing to come online? Because you were doing great. What made it so difficult to kind of get a grasp on GGS this game and kind of take the advantage?
I think they were just playing fights for really well, and we were kind of not playing fights super well. Like
Okay.
we weren't really executing too great in fights, so I think we had an advantage. But like the fights weren't just really working out. Like missed skill shots, or like we missed engages, or we would engage too far, stuff like that. I think that's kind of the reason the game was pretty messy. And they also they're playing the fights pretty mechanically well as well.
Sweet. Grayson, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on the win for the team, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. See ya.
All right, we've got one more game coming up for you after the break, and we better see you there for it. We'll be right back.